Hi everybody, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the light bringers, and the soulpreneurs of this world to live their most magical life. Today we're going to be diving into this week in energy. What do we have going on in this universal energy, the energy that is impacting all of us, and how can we best navigate it? So before I dive in to talking about the energy and to pulling cards, I do want to highlight a class that I have coming up this upcoming Friday, and it is how to pull a daily tarot card for yourself. Okay, so how do you start a daily tarot or oracle card practice for yourself, and how do you get started with that and begin to tap into your own intuition? It's a really great way to tap into your intuition every single day, to get messages for yourself every single day. So I'm going to be offering that. If you are somebody who is local to this area, I'm going to be offering that at one of my favorite places, the Starlight Room, on Friday. It starts at 6 p.m. and you do need to pre-register for that, so you can just find that on the link at discoveryawakening.com. That's my website. So get yourself set up for that, and I also have that available. I know so many of you don't live here locally, so get yourself set up for the online version of that. That's going to be going down here in a Facebook group. I will have that live, and then I will have the video replay available for anybody who isn't available for the live, to watch it live. So I have all kinds of options for you guys. Hi Chelsea, thanks for watching. So get yourself registered for that. I would love to have you come. I think it's going to be a really fun class, and it's a really great way to begin to use one of my favorite intuitive tool to tap into your intuitive voice and to tap into the messages that your guides and angels have for you. So we are going to talk about this energy, and if you guys caught my Bad Bitches tarot reading at the beginning of January, we talked so much about this being a very mentally focused month, okay? That we're going to be finding ourselves very in our head, really focused on our thoughts, really processing a lot, and, in some ways struggling to step out of our heads. And this is really the time that we need to find our way out. We all have that, that little asshole that's in our head, that inner critic, right? That says awful things to us, that says, that tells us that we can't do things, that tells us all of the things that we should be afraid of, that says so many negative things about ourselves. And so I really want you to notice the way that your inner critic is playing a role here in your life. How is that inner critic holding you back? Because that voice is not the truth, okay? I always say, that is the voice of fear that comes in, and one of our jobs here on earth is to find a way around the fear, to find our way toward trust, toward faith, toward the light. And when we are living in that fear, when we are allowing that inner critic to be in charge of us, we are allowing ourselves to be held back by fear, to be stuck in fear. And so how are we allowing that voice to control our lives? How are we allowing that voice to sabotage ourselves? How are we allowing it to hold us back? How are we allowing it to give us an excuse to quit? How are we allowing that inner voice to tell us to continue to make choices that are not helpful patterns, or not helpful actions, whatever? How are we just allowing it to impact our faith, right? My mom wants to know what STFU is. Do you really want to know? Because you don't like it when I swear. It means shut the fuck up. But, there it is. So, yeah, we want to tell that inner voice to shut the fuck up. We want to tell that inner voice to just leave us alone, to let go, to release. We really want to talk back to that voice. So whatever that voice is telling you about yourself, whatever negative things that voice is telling you about yourself, whatever it's telling you can't do, it's really important right now that you are standing strong and that you are standing up to that voice. And the more that you talk back to that voice, the more you are beginning to take away its power, right? It only gets stronger if you allow it to get stronger. It only is going to be in charge of you if you allow it. And the more that you talk back, the more that you challenge that voice, the more that you are going to gain control over your own mind. Because we all have that voice. It's not just you. We all have it. We all have the things that we struggle with in our mind. And when you can gain power over your own mind, it's really incredible stuff. So we want to work on that. We really want to work on talking back to that. We really want to work on challenging some of those thoughts that are coming in that just aren't helpful to you, okay? And it's time, the other piece of this, and whenever I wake up with messages that are just loud and clear when I wake up, I know that I need to pass them on, and I know that I need to follow them myself. This is all stuff that I need to follow myself too, guys. You know, like, I'm human too, and I'm just working on stuff right along with you guys. And one of the things that I was very clear on right now is that we have a very powerful manifestation energy right now, and we need to be in action. And some of this energy right now kind of wants to keep us stuck. I don't know about you guys, but I really kind of feel like I want to hibernate, right? I just want to like stay home, and I don't feel like I want to do a whole lot of work, and that is just really not an option right now for us. It's important that we have balance. It's important that we have rest, but right now, as much as like that's what we want to do, and we're kind of foggy and we're exhausted from everything that we've been working through, we need to push ourselves and we need to take action, inspire where we feel called to. So if you have a thought that comes into your mind, it is time for you to not question it, and it is time for you to take action. So whatever it is, I'm getting a ton of action steps that I'm being shown in terms of this business and what I need to be doing. And so rather than sit around and wait on those and not take care of those, I'm being shown like, get going with it. You know, they basically like light a fire under your ass. It's time to get going. It's time to push yourself. And the way that our solar plexus works anyway, which is our drive and our motivation chakra, or connected with drive and motivation and confidence, is it's like a motor, right? So we want to get that motor going. And so sometimes you have to push yourself. You have to slowly get that motor moving before it's revved up and it's working. It's kind of like a lawnmower where you're pulling on the whatever the thing is, I don't know what that's called, but where you pull on the thing to get the motor going, right? That's what taking action, that's what moving, even when you don't want to, looks like, okay? So making sure that we are moving along, pushing ourselves through this energy, finding that balance, taking rest where we need to, but this is not the time to rest and to not take care of those things that you know you need to be doing. This is the time to do it. So go for it and listen to that intuition. Your intuition is showing you the actions that you need to take. So now we're going to dive into the cards that we have going on that really, I think, support this, all of the stuff that I've been talking about so much. And the first thing we have here is the Page of Earth reversed, okay? So where are you so focused on your old stuff that you're not allowing new circumstances to come into your life, that you're not allowing new lessons to come into your life, that you're not allowing new energies to come into your life? Stop being focused on the past, stop being focused on where you're stuck, and work on releasing it. Work on moving forward. Take action to show that you are moving forward, okay? Because new lessons are trying to come in. We are supposed to be moving forward, and we are supposed to be refocusing, okay, as we've stepped into this new year. And I just feel like this energy has made us all continue to feel sort of stuck and muddy, and it's like it's hard to move through, but it's important that we do. It's important that we make different choices, that we handle things differently, that we are recognizing the lessons that we've learned. Because I feel like this isn't a situation where we don't have conscious awareness of what we need to be doing differently. We just actually need to do it differently, okay? So that is what this Page of Earth is showing up here for today. And then we have the Life Experience card reversed, okay? So the Life Experience card is basically the Tower card reversed in traditional tarot, okay? So again, what are we not releasing? What do we, changes have come into our life, or changes are trying to come into our life, and how are we holding on to our vision of the way that things need to be, or the way that we think that things need to be? How are we holding on too tightly to either the past or our vision of things, that we're preventing ourselves from moving forward, that we are preventing these beautiful changes. And they might not feel like beautiful changes right now, right? But changes are trying to come into our life. Changes are trying to take us to the next level. Changes are trying to recreate things in our life to help us to be better, to help us to be stronger, and to help us to level up. Sometimes we think that we have a clear picture of the way that it's supposed to be and what we want to manifest and the path that we're supposed to be on. And so many times God has better plans for us, but we're so focused on how it's supposed to be, or so stuck in the past and not letting go, that we're blocking these blessings and these miracles that are trying to come in for us. So do your best to let go of whatever's trying to go, okay? Because if it is meant for you, it'll be here for you. It'll come back around. It'll show up in your, whatever that is, but let it go the best that you can so that this new energy can come in, okay? I do feel like with the 9 of Air reversed, this is really saying we're stepping out of this really mental energy, this really thought-focused energy. We are trying to move out of this. We are trying to push forward. And I think the action is really going to be key here, okay? So taking action is going to help pull us out of our heads. We need to get the hell out of our heads. We need to just really do our best to go through the motions and push forward and move out of that. And I think that if we can do that, we are going to move out of this. We are going to be getting better sleep. We are going to be feeling more positive about things. We are really going to be recreating the way that we're viewing the world. So this is talking back to the inner critic again, and this is pushing yourself, doing the things that you know that you need to do, and doing them as quickly as possible. Diving right in and remembering with this strength card that we are so much stronger than we realize, okay? How many things have you already survived? How many things have you already gone through and found that you are absolutely okay on the other side of it? So whatever it is that you have going on, and I posted about this morning, everything is temporary, including the really hard things that we have in our life. Everything's temporary. That's just how it is here on earth, right? And so even the tough stuff is temporary, and we have to understand that eventually it's going to change and things will get better. And so can we focus on this? Hi Dina, I'm so glad that this connects for you. But remember how strong you are, and remember that you've gotten through some really difficult stuff, and this is no different. You are strong enough to get through this, and you are strong enough to see this to the other side and to find that you are going to be better off on the other side of it. So, and I don't feel like it's going to be a long journey to that. I feel like as we're getting closer toward the end of this week, as we're getting closer toward the end of this month, that it's getting lighter and lighter and lighter. We've just had some stuff that we need to work through, but we also need to take these actions to help move ourselves out of this, okay? And then we have the 5 of Fire, okay? So the 5 of Fire is about competing goals. It's about maybe we want one thing and then we also want another, and so we might even be fighting with ourselves about what it is that we want. What is it that you really want? What is it that you deep down want? If you could take away fear, what is it that you really want? And really thinking about that, and then taking action in that direction of whatever it is that you really want. And clearing away distractions. We don't need distractions right now. We don't need drama right now. We don't need to do stuff and agree to do things that just aren't in alignment with what we want for our life right now. So anything that's a distraction that's not helpful to you, this is a really good time to release that and clear that, okay? And then last but not least, and I love this showing up, we have the Empress card, okay? So the Empress card is all about having beautiful things manifesting for us, okay? It's about abundance. It's about birthing new dreams. It's about new beginnings in a lot of ways, but it's about new beginnings that are just really supported by the universe, okay? So we need to be trusting. Actually, I'll read the card for you. It says, lavish abundance. Give birth to your dreams. nurture yourself and others. So this is also very much a nurturing energy, okay? So taking care of yourself, taking care of other people, that motherly energy, okay? And this is also a great energy, by the way, for any of you who are trying to be with child. This is a great time and a great energy for that this week with the Empress card showing up. Sometimes that can be an indication of pregnancy or fertility as well. So we have all kinds of good stuff that we're working through, that we are releasing. We just need to talk back to that voice. We need to be taking inspired actions and pushing ourselves a little bit. And I really feel like on the other side of that, we will receive our rewards for that. So law of compensation says that if we're putting energy into it, if we are doing good things and doing the things that we are supposed to be doing and putting energy into things, and especially doing things that are of service, we will be rewarded for that. So keep that in mind, okay? I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. If you want to learn more about me or about Clarity by Christy, you can check me out at discoveryawakening.com, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Take care.